The Phantom of the Opera is widely regarded as cornerstone of Gothic literature, and it is considered as one of the greatest thrillers of all the time. This is my detailed review of this particular novel, and I will try not to make the video too long. I will divide this entire video into three parts. The first part, I will talk about why this particular book is considered as Gothic literature. Second part, I will talk about the novel itself and especially about the main character, Phantom. And lastly, I will talk about why you should read this particular literature, which is often regarded as a cornerstone of Gothic literature. Before I begin this particular review, I have added an Amazon link to the book in the description below so that you can grab a copy and enjoy it for yourself. Here are my 5 reasons why The Phantom of the Opera qualifies as a Gothic novel. Firstly, Gothic literature is a genre of dark romanticism that evokes terror and suspense. Gothic stories are usually set in old, isolated, and mysterious places, such as castles or buildings filled with hidden passages and secret rooms. In this case, it is the opera house. Second, common Gothic elements, which include supernatural events, are distressed heroine, dark mysteries, and strong emotions. Third, this particular genre thrives on the fear of the unknown. Ghosts, sightings, and strange unexplained events are common, even when there can be logical explanation. Fourth, Gothic literature often features three key characters: a supernatural figure, an innocent victim, and an anti-hero, which is the most important one. Lastly, Gothic stories create an atmosphere of tension and suspense for the reader using psychological technique as opposed to relying on violence to scare the reader. Now, the second part of the video, the novel and the main character Phantom. To fool us, author used several forms of narratives to build the credibility of this particular story, from introduction to the novel to newspaper articles, police report, and the epilogue. In his introduction to the Phantom of the Opera, author uses a technique to frame the novel as true story rather than fiction. The novel is not based on a true story, but it draws inspiration from real events and local legends. For example, the infamous chandelier accident at the Paris Opera House in 1896, the existence of an underground reservoir, and the tales of a mysterious, disfigured man living in the shadows. All these ingredients helped inspire author to create this masterpiece. This approach effectively blurs the line between the fact and the fiction. Now, what inspired the character of Phantom? A real accident happened in 1873, reportedly killed ballerina and left her fiancé horribly disfigured. According to local legend, this grieving man retreated to the underground of the Paris Opera House and lived there in isolation until his death. This legend is said to have inspired the phantom character of this particular novel. But as the story unfolds, reader discovers that the phantom is no supernatural being. He is a master illusionist and a ventriloquist who knows every hidden passage of the opera house and uses fear, deception to manipulate everyone around him. Now, there is one more character called Eric, which is extremely relatable to us. He just looks for love and a simple home. Who is Eric? And suddenly, why am I talking about this particular character, Eric? And how is he connected to the phantom? For that, you have to read the book and find out for yourself. The last part. So, why should you be reading this particular Gothic novel? Because the Phantom of the Opera is far more than a Gothic mystery. The Phantom's home beneath the opera house can be read as a symbol of the emotions society forces us to suppress. What makes this particular novel remarkable is that author compels us to sympathize with a man who should be hated. The Phantom becomes an anti-hero, reminding us that villains are made, not born. It reminds us how quickly society can judge people based on appearance rather than who they really are. Despite being written more than a century ago, its themes really feel surprisingly modern and up to date. Its layered storytelling, hidden clues, and psychological depth put many contemporary thrillers to shame. Read this book slowly, line by line, because if you miss a line, it might be that you are missing a major detail in the development of the plot. This is a novel that will challenge you, exhaust you, and ultimately make you realize why I made such a long video for this particular novel. I have added an Amazon link to this particular book in the description below. Grab a copy and enjoy it for yourself.